Stossel Matter segment tonight. As we told you in the Talking Points memo, state, local, and federal officials will all try to take as much money away from you as possible. In the Phoenix area alone, dozens of cameras are catching people speeding. But now the folks are fighting back, and here's the Easter Bunny climbing up a tower to cover up one of the cameras. And that's happening all throughout the state as citizens there have had quite enough of these spy and ticket tactics being run by the Arizona Department of Public Safety. Was that analyzed the high-tech intrusion? Fox Business anchor John Stossel. All right. So, first of all, let's stair-step. Do you agree with me that what's coming is they're going to try to take your money, they being the state?
More and more of this, right. Absolutely.
Okay. So the powers that be, the officials, are going to set high-tech cameras up. They see you spitting, that you don't have a wishing well on your lawn, and the city ordinance says you should. Anything that they see, they're going to come in aggressively and try to take money away from you.
Yes, but I'm much more bothered if they tell me I have to have this on my lawn, or the fact that they're taking so much in taxes, or that they run the school system and force us to pay union wages to a monopoly, than these speeding cameras, because they do.
Part of it.
It's part of it. But we have to pick and choose what we fight about.
Well, here's what I think the Arizona people are teed off on. That you have now growing in Arizona a big brother culture. That if you say you just roll through a stop sign and you're almost stopped, but you're not quite stopped, where a regular human being cop probably would let you go. No, not. Here they are. You got your bureaucrats. Bang. 2 miles over the speed limit. Bang. Here's your ticket. Bang. Who wants to live under that? That's fascism to me.
I don't want to live under that, but let's be clear. First of all, 2 miles over the speed limit, there's no evidence they ticket for that. Arizona has less of a police state than most other states. Yes, they have more cameras. The stop sign, the stoplight cameras are awful. Some studies show that there are more accidents because people slam on the brakes.
Slam on the brakes. They get to see the camera.
But the speeding cameras slow people down.
But is this what America
lives.
is supposed to be?
Well, what's the alternative?
It's setting up the government against the folks.
Well,
we need money. We don't have any money. Well, whose fault is that? It's your fault. You spent it foolishly. And now you're coming back and trying to con me out of anything. I can't tell you how many times the authorities on Long Island have conned me out of money. Oh, you know, your lawn is this or your fence is that. And that's going to happen more and more and more.
And I agree. They con us out of money. They're spending much too much. They should cut spending. But speeding is different. Speeding is, maybe they're looking to raise revenue, but some of it is about protecting other, well, definitely. All right. But much of it's about protecting other people.
Look, when the Easter Bunny's teed off, you know there's
love the Easter Bunny.
When he's teed off, you know there are problems.
Also, okay? the law says that to give you a ticket, they have to know it's you. So one guy drove around with a mask that made him look like a monkey.
Yeah.
And
they
couldn't give him didn't have to pay the ticket. They couldn't prove it was he.
2 years from now, we'll all have monkey masks. We'll be the Planet of the Apes, Stossel. That's what's going to happen.
Hide from the state, wear a mask.
And something you've been working on, and this ties in with the whole thing, is that the tax forms, which are due this week, are so complicated, you have to hire Swifty to do your taxes, and Swifty is billing you a couple of grand just so you can comply with the tax code.
And that is truly repulsive. And yes, that's my show this Thursday. Hundreds of pages of forms. I can't do mine. Now most Americans pay somebody else.
There's Swifty, right?
There's my guy. That's okay. Bob, my accountant. Instead of paying him...
That's your accountant, Bob?
That's my accountant,
Can you get him a decent tie? Come on.
I like his tie. And instead of paying him, think of all the things I could do with the money. I could get a massage, get steak dinners, I could take a cruise to Venice.
How much is Bob getting you for the tax return?
Several $1,000s.
Is that right? Well, you earn an enormous amount of money.
Life.
All right. Okay, so is this you getting a massage?
I could. See, look at the things I could do. Steak dinner, 200 steak dinners, 100 massages. Yes, that is me. I could get this motorcycle.
If you didn't have to pay Bob.
If I didn't have to pay Bob.
But you do have to pay Bob.
Isn't that a crime?
Now, what if you go to jail? Does Bob give you the money back?
No. Well, I haven't asked him.
Right.
I don't plan
You ought
to
get that in writing, because if you go to jail, if Bob, somehow moves a decimal point here and there.
I figure I'm on this show, I have to pay extra taxes to make sure I don't go to jail.
Both you and me are going to have to do that. But this is a serious point, because now the IRS is going to go in with big rollers like you and me, and they're going to look at every decimal point to try to squeeze more money out of us. It was bad before, it's going to be worse now. I'll give you the last word.
Think of all the creative energy and time we lose just obeying the laws.
And
It's an
think
outrage.
about the effect it has on Bob. Bob is 23 years old. Can you put his picture back up there real fast?
Think what he could have
No,
done
that's
with
not,
his
that's
life.
just Bob's hand. Can we see Bob? He's 23 years old. Look what
Bob
this tax
is about
work
70,
has
but this is
done
what
for
he's
him.
done all his
All right,
life.
there he
He
is.
could have been a tennis pro.
Right, or a masseuse, or a masseur, whatever they call him. John Stossel, everybody. Watch his show Thursday.